Hello everyone, my name is Blue Raven 666 and I've been working third shift at one of my local gas stations for the better part of a year now. Technically, I'm not allowed to say anything about the company or my coworkers on social media, so everything in this video is going to be strictly confidential if it doesn't specifically pertain to me. All I will say is that, yes, this is one of the main gas station chains that we have here in Michigan, located in the vast expanse of nothing between Lansing and Grand Rapids. I've always been sort of a night owl ever since I graduated high school, so when I left my previous position as a janitor and custodian, it was really no contest. This gas station that I work at was trying to recruit me for the longest time. I was a regular that would come in almost every day for coffee, and the environment seemed friendly enough. Not to mention, it was literally right around the corner from where I live, which totally beats driving 30 to 40 minutes like I was with my other job. I save buckets in gas every month, and they're not as quick to accuse me of stealing either. Anyways, when people think of third shift gas station workers, I feel like they think we're all lazy millennials playing on our phones, just waiting behind the counter for our shift to be over. And I'd say that's how it is for like the last hour of my shift. But there's a side to third shift that the Kyles and Karens that come in during the day really don't see. Third shift plays by a completely different set of rules. I mean, everybody knows that. And since I work alone, I've only ever had one objective: get the store ready for when first shift comes in the morning. That means clean. Clean, stock, reduce the load first shift has to carry when they get in, because they're the ones that are going to be slammed with the morning rush, not me. So yeah, most of the time I spend at work is devoted to cleaning. Sweeping, mopping, rounding up trash, stocking the coffee bar and fountain drinks, scrubbing the bathrooms, and yes, doing all of that correctly takes me at least 6 hours, leaving just enough time for me to eat and have a few smoke breaks in between. It also pays that I have janitorial experience under my belt. Literally, one of the first questions that my boss asked me on my first day on the job was if I knew how to clean a bathroom. I most certainly hope I know how to clean a bathroom. Otherwise, I would have been a pretty piss poor janitor. My job also comes with a lot of perks. For instance, free 20-ounce fountain drinks and refills, which is good for me because, thanks to good old family genetics, I sweat like a racehorse once I get moving. And when I work, I blast Hollywood Undead on my phone and become an unstoppable force armed with general cleaner and disinfectant. We also have a Subway in our store, and all employees get half off of their order when they're on the clock. I'm also allowed to take breaks whenever I want, and as long as I want, so long as the work gets done and there aren't any customers on the premise, which is probably why I haven't suffered from major burnout yet. Now, for the record, a lot of the perks that are afforded to third shifters are also perks that extend to the rest of the staff. For example, the free 20-ounce fountain drinks and unlimited refills thing. And we have what is called a high five program, where whenever an employee notices another employee's hard work, they write the employee's name on a piece of paper, and they're entered in for a drawing for a $10 gift card for the store, which has come in handy on multiple occasions for me. Now, let's get to the good part. The customers. Oh my god, the customers. For the record, most of the people I wait on aren't bad. They're mostly made up of second shifters that get out late and other third shifters that are just stopping by for a bite to eat. Aside from that, we do get a lot of travelers that are simply trying to get from point A to point B and need to stop for a little pick-me-up, fill up the tank, and be on their way. But some people really don't have a clue. For example, our Subway closes at 10 p.m. sharp. It states that on Google Maps, it shows it on their website, it's posted in white, bold letters on one of the gas station windows, and yet, every night, multiple times a night, I get people at like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning asking, "Is your Subway open?" Bitch, what part of that looks open to you? No employees are around, there's no food on the bar. What part of that looks open to you? Well, can you make me a sub? I'm sorry. Does my uniform say Subway on it? The gas station and the restaurant are two separate entities. No, I cannot make you a sub. You don't want me to make you a sub. I am not trained to make you a sub. And then there's Pump and Pays. If you don't know what a pump and pay is, it's basically a service some gas stations offer where you're allowed to pump your gas in your vehicle first, then come in the store and pay for it. Which I think is stupid because more often than not, the customers doing pump and pay pump up to a certain amount, come inside, and then pay that amount. Which can be achieved by just prepaying for the damn gas. Aside from that, every single drive-off ever in the history of gas stations has resulted from a pump and pay. And that costs the company money. And since corporate is always up the peons' butts about losing money, how about you just suck it up and do away with the pump and pays altogether? Make it prepay only. Well, no, because there are a lot of honest customers that appreciate the option to pump and pay. Yeah, but with prices like these, if you're going to willingly permit a service that offers the potential to lose the company money, like stupid amounts of money, corporate, then leave the peons alone. They like to blame it on clerks not paying attention, but 100% of the time when a drive-off happens, it's because the clerk is swamped with in-store customers, and they're paying attention to those customers. We don't even have security cameras in our parking lot because it's too expensive. So why the fuck are you offering pump and pay then? But you know what? I take those situations 1,000 times over as opposed to my station's most infamous customer, whom all of us at my particular location refer to as One More. One More is this older Chinese man that works at the Chinese buffet down the street and has earned this particular nickname for what he does whenever he comes in. Almost every night and day, he'll come up to the counter to look at our scratch-off lotto tickets, and when he's decided which one he wants, he'll point to it and mumble, "One more, one more, one more, one more," and he'll do this buying scratch-offs one ticket at a time until the book is gone. Then he'll select a different ticket and do the same thing. Repeat this cycle until either he runs out of money or I simply cannot cash out a lotto ticket. And this man has no patience. I can't walk away from my register to do anything because every time I do, he yells for me because all he does is scratch the first few games on a ticket, then scans the code to see if it's a winner. He doesn't even play the lottery for the sake of the thrill. I kid you not, this man can easily blow between $200 and $600 per night on scratch-offs in cash. Come and pay my rent. Put that money to good use. But you know, I'd be able to tolerate One More's gambling habits if he was a little bit more patient, okay? But he's not. If I have a line of customers, he'll cut in front of the line. If I'm trying to help a customer with something, he'll try to pull me away so I can wait on him. And he can be in the store anywhere from 30 minutes to over 2 hours, which puts me behind on my work because certain tasks like mopping the whole store and cleaning the bathrooms need to be finished by a certain time in my shift. It's a delicate balance, and the last thing I need is One More fucking it up. Aside from that, though, most of the customers I get are genuinely really nice. The most common question or statement that I get is, "Wow, I don't know how you're able to keep yourself awake every night doing this job. How do you manage?" I became nocturnal. No, seriously. The reason why I always post in the middle of the night or butt fuck early in the morning is because those are the times when I'm awake. I typically wake up between 6 and 8 p.m. and go to bed around 9 or 10 a.m., even on my nights off. So I made it clear to everyone in my life that if they call or message me during peak sleeping hours, it better be an emergency because otherwise I'm not going to be happy. Aside from maintaining that sleep schedule, Coffee. Lots and lots of coffee. And now, some fun facts that you probably didn't know about gas stations. Okay, everybody listen up, because this is important. The clerk at the gas station does not control the gas prices. In the case of the store I work at, the prices update automatically, and it's completely out of our control. Some people act like the gas station gets like an official letter in the mail from Biden or something saying what we should be changing our prices to. That's not how it works. And trust me, we get it. We have to pay for gas too. Also, did you know that gas stations can actually run out of gas? I know, it's shocking. Usually at the location I'm at, it's only really a problem during the summer because everybody's traveling and the trucks that deliver our gas only give us like 8,000 gallons at a time, which translates into about 2 or 3 days worth of gas. When the supply tanks get down to about 8 inches or roughly 500 gallons, that's when we shut the pumps off. Why? Because the lower the gas gets, the faster we run out. And 500 gallons can go in an instant if there's a sudden rush before the truck comes. And if we let it run dry, then you yell at us like there's more gas stored in the back of the store that we can just conveniently put in your vehicle. And lastly, if you're trying to compare deals that you typically get at, say, Speedway, for example, and you get pissed because, we'll say, 7-Eleven doesn't carry those same deals, just go to Speedway and put a sock in it. Not all gas stations sell the same items, and they most certainly don't all sell them at the exact same price. It's like asking Meijer why they don't have the same deals as Walmart. They're separate entities. Deal with it. Okay, I'm done ranting. I've got to be honest, despite the fact it's a customer service job, this is actually the first job that I've had a really healthy relationship with. Communication is on point between the staff and the managers. And if there's a problem, we spend less time trying to shift the blame onto someone else and tackle it as a team. In terms of my own position, I can work at my own pace without someone breathing down my neck, and I have a fairly stable work-life balance. I've had days where my head wasn't in the game and I lashed out because of stress, and my bosses never punished me for having an attitude. Instead, they ask what's going on and ask what they can do to help. I can request an extra day off on top of my weekend if I need that time to pull my head out of my ass, and they give it to me. Same goes if I have a family event coming up. This is a job that actually stands with its employees, and it actually pays better than any of my janitorial jobs ever did. I intend to keep this job long term. I know I only ever upload once or twice per month, but I gotta tend to the golden goose that's been allowing me to keep a roof over my head and food on the table. And right now, that is not YouTube. It might never be YouTube again, and this will just remain a side hustle for me. Just know that I'm doing all right. And if I'm not, you'll hear about it in an IRL story. Anyways, that'll be all for this video, you guys. Thank you for watching. I will be trying to post a little bit more frequently, but at the current moment, I'm trying to work through the loss of my dad, so I can't make any promises at the moment. Let me know what you thought about this video down in the comment section below. My name is BlueRaven666, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!